to switch gears to something that former President Obama said. He made, I believe, his first comments since the election. He said this last night. I want you to take a listen.
Talk of bridging our differences when the country and the world seemed so bitterly divided felt like an academic exercise. It felt far-fetched, even naive, especially since, as far as they were concerned, the election proved that democracy is pretty far down on people's priority list.
So essentially, too much focus on the concept of democracy and democracy being at risk as part of the election message. Well, it certainly was a message that President Biden, when he was running, was pushing. And then at the end of Kamala Harris's campaign, hers as well. What do you make of the former president's comments?
Well, I think they ring true. Not that they should be true, but they have demonstrated that that is the case. You know me very well, and you know that I spent a lot of time studying history. And I've talked about this election, even going in the run-up to the election from a historical standpoint. And I seem to remember, as we were celebrating the 100th anniversary of this country's existence, we had a presidential election in 1876.
Yep.
And you see what happened to democracy in that election. It led to Jim Crow. I'm the 9th African-American to serve in Congress from South Carolina. The problem is there are 95 years between number 8 and number 9 because democracy was driven so far down on people's lists back in 1876. And there's a danger of that happening again. So though President Obama is correct in his assessment, the question is that a good place for the country to be?
We're going to have to leave it there, but I know that we're going to pick up this conversation because there's a lot more to discuss on this. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
And my panel is